periodic table. Okay. Now see here, lanthanide series 6 and actinide series 7. Okay. So basically from cerium to lutetium and from thorium to lawrencium, these elements used to be called as F block element. And where do we keep it? We keep it separate from the main frame, right? And depending upon the position of the valence electron or the last electron in an orbital, they had been classified in 4f and 5f orbital. Again, remember 4f used to be start from cerium to lutetium and 5f used to be start from thorium to lawrencium. Okay. Now, if you will see here, I have also given some color code, and that color code corresponds that which nature of the element is. For example, if alkali metal is there, this color combination has been utilized. For alkaline, bit faded, then transition, then other. Anyway, our main motto to think about lanthanoid and actinoid here. So the position of lanthanoid and actinoid is basically differ from the original frame, and they used to become from 58 to 71 atomic number and then 90 to 103. The element which exists from 58 to 71, they are called lanthanoid, and from thorium to lawrencium they used to call as actinoid. देखिए यहाँ पर एक चीज मैं आपको बोल देता हूँ फॉर योर नॉलेज, जो भी यहाँ पर मैंने जो भी लिखा है LANTHANOID, स्पेलिंग ध्यान से सुनिए, दैट इज लैंथेनॉइड, राइट? Nowadays people are using this notations. अगर आपको याद होगा आपके सिलेबस में लिखा है लैंथेनाइड, इवन कई सारी बुक में लिखा रहता है लैंथेनाइड. एक्चुअली अब वो डिस्कार्ड कर दिया गया है. एट अ करंट सिनारियो वी यूज टू कॉल इट एज लैंथेनॉइड. क्यों कहते हैं याद रखिएगा, एक्चुअली इन इनऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री स्पेशली द IUPAC, IDE suffix used to be address out for anionic moiety. ठीक है, मतलब अगर IDE यहाँ पर क्या है, OID लिखा है लैंथेनॉइड, अगर यहाँ पर IDE ऐड किया जाए, so this particular suffix is used to be utilized for anionic moiety, and those metal does not come under the anionic moiety. That's why to avoid the confusion they have now called it as lanthanoid. NOID hota hai spelling, right? Even though in our syllabus it has been mentioned as a lanthanide, but the real is, but nowadays the accepted one is lanthanoid and actinoid. Okay, चलिए अब आते हैं इसकी पोजीशंस पे. नाउ सी, यहां पर मैंने सेपरेट कर लिया है लैंथेनॉइड और एक्टिनॉइड को, राइट? सीरियम टू ल्यूटीनियम एंड थोरियम टू लॉरेंसियम. अच्छा, अब देखिए लैंथेनॉइड का 6 और सीरीज, अब देखिए कहां से कहां तक एटॉमिक नंबर है, 58 से 71. और किस सीरीज में इन्हें बुलाया जाता है, इन्हें कहा जाता है 4f सीरीज. सेकेंड क्या है, दैट इज एक्टिनॉइड, रेड सर्कल वन, एंड दैट they started from 90 to 103, and their atomic symbol is thorium to lawrencium. Okay, so what I can say, the F block element is classified into two series. One is called 4f series and second one is called as 5f series. The 4f series is also called as lanthanoids and 5f series is also called as actinoids. The lanthanoid used to be started from 58 to 71. However, the actinoid used to be get started from the atomic number 90 to 103. Okay, basically in both of the cases 4 and 5f, the valence electrons are going to be filled in f orbital. That's why they come under F block element. But precisely if the filling will takes place in 4f orbital, then they do be called as 4f series. And if the electron filling is going to take place in the 5f orbital, then those will be called as 5f series. Okay, or actinide series. So total 14 element from thorium to lawrencium constitute the actinide series. Okay, remember in this element the differentiating electron enters the 5f orbital and hence the elements of actinide series are characterized by preferential filling of 5f orbital. Okay. Similarly, if you will see in case of 4f, that is lanthanoid, this one, they do have also 14 element from cerium to lutetium. The atomic number 58 to 71, and in this case the differentiating electron enters in a 4f orbital. Hence the element of lanthanide series are characterized by preferential filling of 4f orbital. Okay, now let us move. Okay, so the oxidation state. See, if you will see, actually I think I have not shared the, anyway चलिए अभी यहीं पे आ जाते हैं. So in terms of oxidation state, especially for 4f, if you will notice, from lanthanum to lutetium, right, I have mentioned the electronic configuration in the second column. Third column, I have compared the electronic configuration of M in +3 oxidation state. Okay, chaliye. Now the most common and stable oxidation state of lanthanide is +3. See, if you will see, from lanthanum to lutetium, every element exhibit the +3 oxidation state. This tri-positive oxidation state can be readily attained by the loss of 6s2 electron. See, this 6s2 electron and 1 electron from either 5d or 4f, either 5d or 4f. So the sum of the three ionization energy are rather low, and hence the most stable oxidation state is +D, and they are highly electropositive and form ionic compound. Okay, again I will repeat, the most common stable oxidation state of lanthanide is +3. Yeah, this one I have already shown you. Every element exhibit the +3 oxidation state, and this tri-positive oxidation state can readily be attained by the shed up of 6s2, means 2 electron from s orbital and 1 electron from either d or f orbital. And basically the sum of these three ionization energy are rather low, hence their most stable oxidation state is +3, and they are highly electropositive and form the ionic compound. Okay, now see this red one. If you will notice, these red circle are red column element. For example, cerium, praseodymium, terbium and disoprosium. They do exist in a +4 oxidation state. Clear hai? They do exist in a +4 oxidation state. Now the question is why? Anyone? So far I have told you that the +3 is the common oxidation state, and it can be achieved by shedding of the electron from s orbital, 2 electron from s orbital and 1 electron either from d or f orbital. Then I move ahead and I told you that few of the elements which used to display the +4 oxidation state, and the elements are cerium, praseodymium, terbium and disoprosium. Now why they do show the +4 oxidation state? See, these anomalous oxidation state is attributed due to the tendency of some lanthanide to attain the extra stable either empty or half filled or completely filled electron configuration, means F0, F7 and F14. Okay, what I want to tell, that these four, cerium, praseodymium, terbium, disoprosium, अब देखिए, if they attain +4 oxidation state, it simply means 4 electrons are going to be shed up. Okay, let us do it. Let us shed up the 4 electron. If you will shed up the 4 electron, 2 electrons are going to be removed from s orbital, 1 from d and 1 from f. So what will be the electronic configuration after releasing the 4 electron? It will be xenon, and you know that it is a noble gas. So basically it is having a complete cell, or F0. and you know that F0, F7 and F14 are the most stable configuration, either half filled or full filled. अब चलिए नेक्स्ट का देख लेते हैं, ठीक है। अब देखिए टर्बियम के केस में आ जाते हैं, ठीक है। नाउ सी इन केस ऑफ टर्बियम दो इलेक्ट्रॉन 6s2 से रिलीज होंगे और दो इलेक्ट्रॉन द मूवमेंट फ्रॉम F9 से जाएंगे तो क्या आएगा, F7 हो जाएगा, क्लियर है ना। नाउ दे विल शो F7, so F7 is a half filled condition, so again F7 is a stable configuration, that's why they do show +4 oxidation state. Now if you will see in the table, I have also shown the +2 oxidation state in case of few of the elements. Those are the green one you see, neodymium, promethium, samarium, europium, gadolinium, thulium and ytterbium. They do show +2 oxidation state. For them also remember, either by shedding the 2 electrons they are achieving the stable configuration in terms of F0, F7 or F14. That's why they do show +2 oxidation state. चलिए एक कोई एग्जांपल हम लेके देख लेते हैं. For example, यूरोपियम. Now see +2 ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट में दो इलेक्ट्रॉन रिलीज होंगे, 6s2 से हो जाएगा, तो क्या बाकी बचा, दैट इज F7. That is F7. Now see it is half filled, clear है. Even for ytterbium if you will notice, after releasing the 2 electron, right, 4F14 आ जाएगा, right. There are many other features are also been associated with respect to the stability of oxidation state, but one prominent reason for the existence of +2 or +4 oxidation state is that these anomalous oxidation state attributed due to the tendency of some lanthanide to attain extra stability, half filled and completely filled electronic configuration of F0, F7 or F14 respectively. Okay, so I will summarize it that 3 oxidation state we have noted in case of 4F block element. These are +2, +3 and +4. Among these 3 oxidation state, +3 is the common oxidation state which used to be displayed from lanthanum to lutetium, or I can say it's a signature oxidation state, right? And the remaining 2, +2 and +4 used to be displayed by selected element to achieve the half filled or full filled configurations. चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. Now see,
so
here
can you explain that +1 once again, please?
Wait a minute. Okay, so see, the moment I say +2 and +4, actually it's an anomalous oxidation state. Anomalous matlab which is different from the normal trend, that used to be called as anomalous. So from lanthanum to lutetium, देखिए क्या है, +3 सब show कर रहे हैं, it's a common oxidation state. What are the anomalous oxidation state? These are +2 and +4. Now why do they exist? There are various factors which used to be govern the oxidation state. Among them, few are the specified one, and those belongs to the stable configuration. For example, after releasing the 4 electron, for example in case of cerium ले लेते हैं, 4 electron, 2 electron 6s2 से, 1 d से, 1 f से. Now which element is going to get it? It's a xenon. It's a noble gas. So again, after releasing the 4 electrons, cerium is going to get stable configuration. That's why it released the 4 electron. चलिए एक और ले लेते हैं. For example, if you will see terbium, right? In case of terbium, 4 electron release होने के बाद क्या होगा? 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन 6s2 से जाएगा और 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन f से जाएगा, तो f का क्या बचेगा? 4f7. Again, f orbital is having half filled configuration which is stable one. That's why it displayed +4. Okay, similar factors used to be applied for +2 also. So basically by releasing the +2, releasing the 2 or 4 electron, the element used to attain the stable configuration. That's why they used to display the anomalous oxidation state. Chaliye, we shall take some questions on this logic. Okay, so basically noble gas configuration used to be obtained in case of +4 oxidation state of the cerium where F is 0. Second, half filled used to be obtained when europium displayed the +2 oxidation state, and terbium, the moment it will show +4, it attains F7, that is half filled. Similarly, completely filled F level are obtained in case of ytterbium when it shows the +2 oxidation state, that is F14. Now see F0, F7, F14. So these two are basically half filled and full filled electronic configuration, which is more stable, and that's why they do show half filled and full the +2 and +4 oxidation state. Now, if this is the case, can anybody tell me why do among the lanthanoids cerium +3 is easily oxidized to cerium +4? Why do among the lanthanoids cerium +3 is easily oxidized to cerium +4? It's a very simple question. Now let us see.
Yes, sir.
हाँ बोलिए
सर क्योंकि +3 में जाएगा तो एक डी से निकलेगा और दो एस से निकलेंगे, तो फिर 4s से भी एक इलेक्ट्रॉन निकल जाएगा, तो फिर वो जेनॉन को कॉन्फ़िगरेशन करेगा तो उसकी स्टेबिलिटी और बढ़ जाएगी, इसकी
आपका
वजह
क्या नाम है
से
बेटा?
वो जल्दी ऑक्सीडाइज हो जाते हैं। प्लस श्रद्धा सर।
श्रद्धा, बहुत अच्छा जवाब है। देखिए वेरी क्लियरली शी हैज मेंशन्ड दैट इन केस ऑफ +3 ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट, one electron is going to be remain in F orbital in case of cerium +3. But the moment cerium +4 comes into the picture, it will release all the 4 electron and now F will be 0. और सबसे पहला पॉइंट मैंने यही लिखा है, noble gas configuration. It will obtain the noble gas configuration, which is more stable in nature. That's why the cerium +3 get easily oxidized to cerium +4. देखिए इसको मैंने यहाँ पे नोटिस मेंशन भी किया है। See, cerium +3 के केस में F में एक इलेक्ट्रॉन है, right? And the moment it get oxidized, F में कितने इलेक्ट्रॉन बचे? 0. Or basically I can say it will obtain the noble gas configuration. To attain the noble gas configuration, the spontaneous oxidation takes place in case of cerium +3 to attain more stability of cerium +4 ion as compared to cerium +3. Okay, let us take some more questions related to this. Now next, see, the question is, among the ionic species Scandinavium +3, cerium +4 and europium +2, which one is a good oxidizing agent? Give a suitable region for your answer. And their atomic number I have mentioned, it is 21, 58 and 63. Right? I will give you some time to think about these questions and then I will respond it, and if you are able to, then I'm happily here to listen your answers. Otherwise I will tell you. Just think about these questions. Again I will repeat, among the ionic species Scandinavium 3+, cerium +4 and europium +2, which one is a good oxidizing agent? Give a suitable reason for your answer. These are the atomic number. Anyone can respond this question or may I?
सर हो गया सर।
बोलिए बेटा, श्रद्धा राइट?
यस सर।
हाँ श्रद्धा बताइए।
सर सीरियम +3 इज अ गुड ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट ना, सीरियम +4 नहीं आएगा ना, क्योंकि सीरियम +4 में तो वो फिर से वो जेनॉन को कॉम्बिनेशन उसका ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट मतलब हो जाएगा, तो वो तो स्टेबल हो जाएगा। अगर सीरियम 3+ करेंगे तो उसके पास एक इलेक्ट्रॉन बचेगा, तो वो दूसरे को दे के खुद ऑक्सीडाइज होके, तो वो अच्छा ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट है और दूसरे को रिड्यूस कर रहा है, इसलिए वो खुद गुड ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट होगा सर। तो सीरियम +3 इज अ गुड ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट, सीरियम +4 इज नॉट अ गुड ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट सर।
Okay, what about European and Scandinavium?
स्कैंडियम तो होगा ही नहीं ना सर, क्योंकि उसके पास
Then your answer is Europium.
No sir, cerium +4.
Cerium +4 is a good oxidizing agent, right? Achha. Let us
Yes,
take
sir.
this question. Let us see. Now see, I will explain whatever the concept she was telling to you in a more easier way. Now, whenever such question will be asked, what you need to do? You need to first think about the electronic configuration. Here, what is mentioned is Scandinavium +3, cerium +4, and europium +2. For example, Scandinavium is going to be oxidizing +3. So what is happening basically? During this oxidation, these 3 electrons are going to be removed. And after that, the Scandinavium +3 used to have argon electronic configuration, and you know it's a noble gas configuration. Okay. In case of cerium +4 also, you know it will obtain xenon configuration, right? Because all these 4 electrons are going to be released. In case of europium, if you will notice, right, these 2 electrons are going to be released, and now it is 4f7. So in all the cases, if you will see, in the first one, your moiety will attain a stable noble gas configuration. Cerium will have also the same type of configuration where it obtained noble gas configuration of xenon, and in case of europium, f7 will be obtained, right? And that is half filled configuration. Now the answer will be +4, cerium +4. Shraddha was right. Shraddha is right. Cerium +4 is a good oxidizing agent. Why? Because see, if any moiety is oxidizing agent, what does it mean? It simple means it will be easily ready to take up the electron, right? As you know that in case of cerium +4, right, the configuration is xenon. So the moment it will take the electron, which oxidation state it is going to obtain? From cerium +4
+3,
to
it will be more
cerium
stable, na?
+3. Yeah, that is a common
It's a common
oxidation state
oxidation
again,
state of +3.
right?
Yes, sir.
Now, so, and the moment if you want the electron, what it will do, it will start, it will freely ready to release the electron. Why? Because after releasing the electron, again it will obtain cerium +4. So this transformation from +4 to +3 is quite easier in case of cerium. That's why cerium +4 will have considered as a good oxidizing agent rather than remaining 2. Clear hai? So any questions which is associated with respect to the oxidizing agent, what you need to think? You need to think about the electronic configuration. For example, initial condition में उसकी oxidation state क्या थी? After the oxidation state, after releasing the electron, what is the electronic configurations? And now you need to think that which one will be easily available to release the electron or take up the electron. From that particular point, your answer is going to be defined. So here the answer will be cerium. Okay, chali. The next question. Now see, cerium +4 forms the tetra positive ion in aqueous solution. Account for the following. I think this one we have discussed a lot, right? So it's not difficult to respond it back, right? Since you know that in after cerium to cerium +4 oxidation state, basically cerium +4 will attain the xenon electronic configuration, which is a noble gas configurations, right? That's why after losing the 4 electron in aqueous solution, it acquired the stable configurations, right? And moreover than that, due to the small size and a high charge, it is having high hydration energy.